Hi, I'm Dorothy Gable, and welcome to the Dorothy Gable Books YouTube channel. If you found this video helpful, click the like and don't forget to subscribe to not miss upcoming videos on biblical themes in my novels on the creative writing process in its own playlist. I had never worked with an editor until writing my dementia book. Earlier, I had asked for help from an English teacher. Big mistake. Her merciless condemnation of my writing stopped all forward progress. I didn't write at all, even though my stories, several novels worth, continued to churn in my head. I tried an online writing course, not much help there either. But when the Lord backed me into a corner and ordered me to write a book on biblical dementia caregiving, I asked him, "Do you not know I'm a terrible writer?" No change. So I dove in and asked a retired editor whose mother had also died of Alzheimer's if she would be willing to help. Thrashing through 4 drafts, we eventually settled on the chapters and I sent them one by one. Some took months to complete as I read every book, scanned multiple abstracts for as many studies as I could find. I would send a chapter, she sent it back with the edits in the document for me to approve. Patiently, consistently, without belittling, lecturing, or commenting. Apart from a few sections where the number of edits overwhelmed both of us, my writing began to improve. I was finally getting real-time feedback. A good editor will make your writing better. Even now that I have finally reached publishable quality for my fiction, I rely upon my editor for that final polish, that lift that transforms a novel into something worth reading. Also, an editor has a more objective view of your work. The characters, their struggles, joys, and challenges have lived in your soul for weeks, months, maybe years. You've tried to keep it real, stay in bounds while not tamping down creativity too much, but you don't have an objective view. You know the players too well. So when an editor says you've dropped the ball, things are confusing as to who is speaking, the section doesn't make sense or is not consistent, don't argue, fix it. For if your editor is confused or puzzled, a reader might be also. Jarred out of that world you've invested so much effort into building. Instead of vicariously experiencing the world you created, they're analyzing factual errors, counting up the page until they identify who's talking to backtrack to which character the statement belongs to, or puzzling over an inconsistency. Is the hero brave or foolish? Does he not know in the last chapter he settled this issue? What a novelist never wants their reader to experience. Your goal is for your story to be real, even if for a little while, in your reader's mind. When words on a page come to life, what might seem obvious to you might not be evident to the reader. You are blessed if you have an editor who can catch these hiccups. Also, beta readers have saved me from glaring errors and mistakes. While working on the dementia book, when I felt it was going along pretty well and almost done, I handed out copies to 5 friends. 2 were fantastic. They had the courage to ask me, for whom was I writing this book? My family or a wider audience? Why had I included certain stories? One found some of them confusing without more context. Did I really want to spend the capital or stick with my goal to write a book for those trying to help a loved one live well with dementia? Before our retired developmental editor delivered these comments, he asked, "Are you sure you want to hear this? I don't want to offend you. I'd already invested time and money in the project. Here was someone willing to tell me what I needed." So I said, "Go for it. Don't hold back. I need to know." And he did. Biting my tongue, I refused to argue or defend what I had written. After all, if these were issues for him, these would be issues for my readers. Years later, the book, Dementia Caregiving from a Biblical Perspective, won a grand prize award. I am thankful for my editor and beta readers who helped make my book better. So in the midst of the solitary writing journey, know there will come a time to bring in team partners. A great editor is worth every penny. While the Lord has not provided beta readers for every book project, He has provided readers willing to give feedback when I needed it. So, if you receive comments that sometimes bite or hurt, push past your emotions and endeavor to fix the problems. For if they noticed, others will too. And the last point, great covers matter. I'm also thankful for my cover designer who helps bring the book to life. My books are available on Amazon. Visit my author page by searching for Dorothy Gable. Thanks for watching. Made possible thanks to my videographer and producer, my husband, Ralph Gable, creator of Electronics for the Inquisitive Experimenter.